Hello and welcome back to the Long Island Railroad Montauk branch. Today I wanted to do some quick operations for you. I haven't done that in a while, but before we get started I wanted to show you this building. The building used to be in this corner, the upper part here, if you remember. But I made some major changes to it. I broke it apart and glued it back together, and all the lower structure here is made out of styrofoam to look like concrete. And I think it came out really well. I really like the way it looks. And another thing I did was that I contacted a person who does 3D designs for 3D printing, and had my copper ingots made. And here they are. These right here, I have 18 of them, and I'll be getting some more. They were made by a guy named Mark he's got his name inside these, Multiscale Digital. Mark was great. I contacted him, and within a day he had these designed. I gave him all the rights to them, so I didn't get charged for any of that work. And within another day, maybe, I don't know, 2 days, these were up for sale on Shapeways. So I bought a bunch of them, and I'll be buying more in the future. They're a little more expensive than I would have hoped, but that's, I guess, Shapeways' problem? I don't know. But these are really good. Let me show you a close-up of them. All right, I called these ingots, but what they really are is the copper anodes that are about 99% pure, and they get shipped here to the refinery, which makes them 99.99% pure, which is the purity required for most industrial and home uses. So it took me a while, but I got them painted, and I think they came out looking really well. It's copper. Getting things to look like copper is difficult, because if you just paint them copper, then they will look completely wrong. But I like these. I think they came out pretty well. So again, I have 18 of them. They come in sprues of 9 each. And you can see I have them all loaded on the train back there. I finished the last 3 cars for my ingot train. I still need to do the 6 cars for the coal train. And I also got the seawall finished. And I made the end of it down here out of styrofoam, of course. Okay, now on to the operations. Here is the switch list for the day. We're only going to be doing the top 4 lines. I'm going to be servicing the industries in Kearny Sidings, which is Bloch and Guggenheimer and Frok and Sechel. We're going to be delivering a Soo Line boxcar to Bloch and Guggenheimer that's empty, so it can be filled with jars of pickles. And we're going to be delivering a Missouri Pacific hopper full of salt to Bloch and Guggenheimer, because you can't make pickles without salt. Then we're going to also deliver a Great Northern gondola full of lumber to Frok and Sechel, and a Baltimore and Ohio hopper full of cement to Frok and Sechel. So here are the cars. There's the Soo Line. Let's get you some perspective here. There's the Soo Line car right there. There's the Great Northern gondola full of lumber. There's the Baltimore and Ohio hopper. And there's the Great Northern, or Missouri Pacific hopper. So let's get that going. Let's pick those cars up from the yard. And as you can see, Supervisor Winston will be accompanying us on this journey. Hi, big boy. Winnie. Winston. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Yeah. All right, that's enough. So power for today will be RS3 number 1556, who's been just finished refueling there at the refueling stand and is now going to back up and pick up some cars. Actually, he's fouling the switch, so it looks like he's going to have to go forward first. And it was at this point that my mic fell off, and all the sound for the next, I don't know how long, was just horrible, which is a shame because I told some really great stories and had some laughs and, did some bonding and good stuff like that. So, can't get any of those good times back, but I will tell you one story. Last night I had this dream, and now I know you're shaking your head going, oh God, now he's going to tell us about his dreams. But this dream really points out how weird our brains are. So I dreamed that in my dream I spoke the lyrics to the first verse of Carnival Number 9 by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And this is a song that most of you will be familiar with. Haven't heard it in probably 40 years. It's a memorable song. But why? Why did I do that? When I woke up, I checked it out, and yeah, I got the lyrics right for the entire first verse. I can't explain it. I'm not a big ELP fan, don't have any of their albums or anything. So, I don't get it. So, if anybody can explain my dream, please, put it in the comments. And I have another related story. It has nothing to do with the dream, other than it has to do with ELP. My sister once said that she liked ELP, so I thought I would get her an album for her birthday or Christmas or something like that. Now, unfortunately, she said ELP, but I remembered ELO, which is Electric Light Orchestra. So I got her an ELO album, and she opened it up, and she's like, oh, great, thanks. So I still have that album, I don't know, probably also 40 years later. It's a good album. I like ELO. I don't mind ELP, but I don't know. Dreams are weird, aren't they? So tell me your ELP or ELO related stories in the comments. I'd love to hear them. If you're watching closely, you might have noticed that B&O boxcar has magically joined the train. Well, I had left it on the other track, and then I suddenly figured out, no, I didn't need to do that, so I pushed it onto the train. And I cut that part out because that was embarrassing. Another thing that I tried to tell you about before was the load in this Erie car. It's supposed to be copper ore, and if you look at pictures of copper ore, they vary in color and texture and whatnot, but this is very close to one of the particular types of copper ore that you can put in a hopper car. That is made out of kitty litter. So never be afraid to use common household items to make things for your model railroad. And just to remind you, in case you had forgotten, the Carnival Number 9 is the song that goes, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, etc., etc. Very highly orchestrated prog rock from the 70s. Get our switch switched and head out onto the main. All right, this switch is going to present a bit of a problem because we can see this car is in the way, so he'll need to be set aside, and that the box car and the hopper are in the wrong positions, because you can see that here's the hopper and there's the box car, but the box car needs to go back here and the hopper needs to go in front of this area right there. So first thing we got to do is what is the first thing we're going to do? Okay, we're going to take the hopper and we're going to put it in the facility, and we're going to take the box car and we're going to put it back over here, get it out of the way, and then we're going to take the cars from inside this, or take the hopper back, put it next to the box car, and then finally take this guy, the reefer, and put it on the end of the train. That way they'll all be in the right order to get shoved into the facility. Okay, got that? Good. Open the gate. Okay. And back we go. And now we go in to get the hopper, and then we'll go in to get the reefer. It worked. While I'm doing this, I just noticed something. You see this? I mean, it looks kind of neat, but see how the shadow falls on the backdrop? I read somewhere, possibly in a Lance Midtime book or article, you never want your shadows to fall on the backdrop because it just looks bad, because that's not realistic at all. Now, if there were trees or something blocking the view, or something else that would prevent you from seeing that, would be okay. But as it is, it doesn't work, and I should really do something about that. I'll put it on my list. And we got a good connection, pulling it forward. Now we can just back the whole thing into Bloch and Guggenheimer, and everything will be fine. I hope I have all of you now humming or singing Carnival Number 9 in your heads. You'll never get rid of it, trust me. Alright, that is Bloch and Guggenheimer completed. So now we will pull these cars out, get them clear of the siding switch, just like that. I'm going to lock the gate. There we go. Get caught. Whoops. Back it up to clear the switch that leads into Frok and Sechel. Okay, the Frok and Sechel switch is actually going to be a piece of cake because we just have two cars. One car, the cement car, will go right here behind the other cement car, and the box car will go right here by the other box car. And that's it. That's all we got to do. So, first things first, get the switch switched. Okay, switch is switched. Secondly, we're going to open the gate. And let's see, cement car is first, so that switch is lined correctly. In we go. Okay. Switch the other way. Put it under the crane so we can unload that lumber. Alright, now we're done. We're out of here. That's it, folks. I won't bore you with the trip back to the yard. I mean, unless you want to be bored? No, you don't. You probably... Well, I don't know. If you're still watching after all that, maybe you do want to see the trip back to the yard. But no, I don't want to do it. Okay, we're out. Switch is switched. Got to close the gate. Close and lock the gate with the invisible lock. Actually, the lock is visible. It's the key that's invisible. Don't know where it is. There we go. We're all done. That's it for this episode. Join me on the next one where I switch at Blissville. Don't know how many cars we have to look forward to there, but I'm sure it'll be great. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.